It's Nancy welcoming you to Garden Scroll. I have told you that I have a hard time stopping Christmasing. So we kept on Christmasing after Christmas and went to the after Christmas sales, and I found about 3 different colors that I'll want on my tree one day. This little angel was on sale, and these ornaments and additives for the tree are all right there. Well, not close beside her. Actually, they were in 2 or 3 different stores, but I think they're going to be perfect together. Oh, and I can't leave out this little owl. It's going to be perfect with that little ensemble I have picked out there too. And I first picked out these. I love this pretty sea green, but I thought it would probably look really good with this color, but now I'm not really sure about that. But I'm still sure they're beautiful, and they'll be on my tree at some time in the future. Should I have a future tree, which I hope we do. So today I'm also taking down my tree, which is another thing it's hard to say goodbye to. It's wonderful to think of next year's tree, and it was lots of fun to put this tree up, because this work was work to put all this on the tree, as you very well know if you put up a tree. But it also was so much fun to see it just become more beautiful as the ornaments went on, each little ornament, each little addition. But it's time to take it down, so it's coming down, and you know there'll never be another one quite like the one you had this year, but we'll be getting ready for next year, getting stuff. I do anyway. I go ahead and look through the Christmas sales and store all this away. And another day, what I do is put each color in a separate tote, and then when I choose my colors, I just bring out the totes that have those colors that I picked for my tree on it, and then I just go from there when I'm decorating. So I've actually chosen the colors of pink and red in different shades and purple in different shades. I also always try to put flowers on my tree. It's just the way I like it. Also, the colors I picked out for the reds, I have 2 different shades of red for the tree, and then I want some more purple, but I found these which were lovely, and they'll fit perfectly with my colors. And then I also found these, which I put on the grave sites of my loved ones this year on some of them. So, and I love that color. I'll save it for a future use also. So it was fun. I enjoyed the day with my husband, and now I've of course got to get busy. Another reason I like to go ahead and get stuff ready for next year, when I put away my Christmas tree for this year or this previous year, is because during that time of season when most people are putting up their trees, I am still so busy gathering in seeds, covering things for winter, still getting the garden ready for its long winter's nap. So here's another little item I need to take inside and tell Christmas goodbye for this year, or for this season. Of course, it'll be coming around again at the end of this new year, 2021. I also, while I was shopping, looked for another strawberry pot. You know, I told you that I have found what I want in my strawberry pots, and that's impatiens. And if you look back and see how this looked, you may want impatiens in your pots, strawberry pots. but I'm also thinking I need another one because I've already determined there's something else I would like to try in my strawberry pot, and that is impatiens with the beautiful strawberry drop coleus. I think those together would be beautiful, and I'm going to try to give that a try in the spring. See, I've scared the birds away, but they've been busy eating. I think they're like us in that they just love to eat in these cold, dreary winter days. Food is such a comfort. It's kind of too bad that it is, but then it's kind of great that it is too, so it's kind of hard to... You know, one time I told my daddy I wish he had cancer, and he said I have no appetite and I just can't eat. It makes me sick, and I have no appetite to think of food. And I said, I wish that would happen to me. And he said, oh, sister, don't ever wish that, because that's a terrible thing to not have an appetite. So I've thought about that many times when I know I need to diet. And then I remember just to be grateful that I can enjoy my food. You know, with this COVID, there's lots of people losing their sense of taste and smell, and that's really not fun for them. And I'm hoping and praying that they get it all back, that they all get it back. And for those who lost their life, I'm praying and hoping that they're in heaven, in a much better, more wonderful place where we all hope to go at some time. But I hate it that anybody had to lose their life to COVID. So I'm in my storage building now where I keep my ornaments and other things. And this is one little angel that I bought several years ago, and actually I think she will be perfect for my tree next year, which I'm planning on putting on shades of pink and purple and red. And I know that sounds like it may not work, but I think it's going to, because this one you can tell the colors in it, and I may have to put a bunch of gold or something in there to bring it together without it looking just like clashing instead of beauty, but I think I can do it. We'll see. Happening in the garden right now is things like this. This is totally broken off. You can tell that I put foam filler right there, and I will do that again most likely and hold it, which it will hold this up. And I still like this little bird cage in my garden. This is something that has fallen off of this, the bottom of this. So I may see if I can glue that back together, or I may just leave it off. But that kind of stuff is what's happening in the garden. By the time spring comes around, there will be so much stuff that I'll need to re-glue, refix, reposition. There'll be lots of work to do. But right now I'm still in my rest period, at least rest from the garden, and trying to get some of the other stuff done that I need to do. I'm taking these totes inside, and I will fill them up with the ornaments that are on the tree, and I'll probably have to come out and get some more and fill them up too, because these are just the gold and blue ornaments. Also, when we went to breakfast this morning, the owners of the restaurant, or the diner where we eat, asked us if we would put this picture this puzzle together and bring it back to them so they could put it on their wall. So my husband said yes, we would do that. Personally, I have no idea how we're going to fit that in, but I do love putting puzzles together, so we may see if we can find some time to do that. So stay tuned, and we'll see how we do on that job. And also today is the day that I water my houseplants. And I know people say just water them, feel the dirt and see if they need, or the soil, and see if they need watering. But I really do try to do mine on a certain day of the week, because if I don't, I'll let them go totally. But I'm trying to root these, and as you can see, they do have some root on them, but also, as you can see, some of them are dying. This one is gone. I'll throw that one away, and this one is on its way out. I don't know if I'll throw that one away. I'm going to make a decision on that in a little bit. It'll have to go at some point, most likely. And it's not good to leave them. Once you see they're not making it, you should go ahead and take them out, because they'll just cause everything to rot. But this one does have a good stem. There's not rot on the stem like there is on this one. This stem is soft. I'm throwing it away. This stem is still solid, so I think I might keep this one. It's just amazing how we want to live. Look at this. It's soggy, it's black, it's totally gone, and yet look how badly this little plant wants to live. If I can get it in focus for you, there's a tiny little cluster of leaves at the end of it, and if someone could take the time and be able to put this in soil and keep it going, which is not me. I'm just not that good at starting these inside. I'm not good with inside plants, but this little plant definitely wants to live, and that's just another example of how the garden is so much like us. So I'm a little disappointed. I am disappointed in the way my window glasses look right now, my little plants. And that is because we had at least one day or more that we didn't have electricity, and so things were cold in here. It didn't get freezing in the house, but it got so low that they just didn't do well, and so many of them are already dying, as you can tell. That one, I'll probably have to throw that one away. And look at this one. It's totally, I don't know if you can tell, but that's just soft. But it's not soft all the way, and you can come up to where it's solid and just clip it off at an angle. Try not to get any of your roots that are hooked onto the good part. Now these down here that are hooked onto the soggy part, I'll just throw those away. But I really hope to keep this. Look, this is that beautiful little Peter's Wander plant, and it is a favorite. Of course, you know they're all favorites for me, but this one definitely is. And of course I change the water out each week on these so that it helps them not to rot, but they're not looking good, especially considering that they're going to have to stay in this situation with their water changed every week. But still, in this same situation, they'll have to stay until it's nice enough to put them outside where they don't, and we get late freezes. So really, they probably won't go out until May, sometime in May probably. And the reason I say in May, usually our last frost is somewhere around April the 15th, but coleuses, they do not like the cold. If it's just a little bit cold, they don't like it. So, oh, and look at this one. This is that beautiful molten lava coleus. It's kind of so scrawny you can't tell just how beautiful these are, but when you see them in the garden, if they should live, and I hope some of them will live to go back out in our spring garden, but when you see them there, you will really see their beauty. You can look back through some of last year's pictures and see them also. This little jar holds my dew plant. Why it grows in water like this for me. I don't know, and I'm so glad it does. That's not to say that some of these haven't died, because they have, but these are looking great. But on the other hand, this is how the one looks, and I put perlite on it. I've done everything I know to do. I'm so bad with houseplants, but this poor little thing is simply dying. But hopefully I'll have those in the rooted in the glasses, and hopefully they will live, because this is a beautiful little succulent in the garden, and they do grow quite readily and quickly. If you put just a few little sprigs of it in a container, and then just let God and nature do the rest, and they'll fill a pot out pretty quickly and look great. Also, the same can be said for my variegated Swedish ivy. I don't know why I cannot get it growing at all, and I only have, I think, one little sprig in a glass that's doing anything, so I'm just not good with this. One of my, and here's my pretty little, oh, I love the begonias so much, and yet this one is not doing well at all. I had one that was doing good, and I gave it to my sister, because these are called silver, and it happened to be her silver anniversary. So I was hoping this would get as big and beautiful as the other one, but it's got a long ways to go, especially when it's going in reverse for me. But I hope hers is doing great. Oh, look, I got this one down to change the water in it, and it bloomed. This is that beautiful little butterfly plant that I purchased mine from Logees, L-O-G-E-E-S, and I just love it, but it doesn't smell pretty. I have to tell you, this plant smells bad, but it looks beautiful. I love it. I think mine may have died, so I'm really putting so much depending on these little starts living. And I wanted to say to my friend Alma, while I'm doing my houseplants, look, I did. This is that copper plant, which I know it's not showing any copper color right now, but I believe that it will. So we've got one of these, so I'll get you a start from this. If it'll go ahead and live, and I think it will, because you can tell its little roots are just doing great. And also, if you look, I've got lots of seeds coming up here on my alternanthera. And this is a wonderful plant because it breaks up the greens, the beautiful burgundy does. This is an annual in my area, but now this that he's showing you right now is a vine. And since I didn't get to do my dreaming outside while I was looking at it, I can look right here and know one thing that I want to do differently next season is I want to put some of this in the back and move some of my trellises that it was on where it can get more sun, because the ones I had in the back did not bloom and the one I had in the front did, which it's also partially in the shade, but it had enough sun that it did well enough that I want to put another one there because it did bloom and it was very beautiful. But I just wanted to show you this alternanthera because this one is Purple Night, and this one is Little Ruby, I believe, something Ruby, the smaller one is, but they both fill out and look so beautiful in the garden, and they are an annual, so you'll have to save them inside or save seed or save them some way or get new ones each year. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel.